Hello there lovelies, and a very happy Friday to you. This is part of my regular weekly freebie Friday series of blog posts. My name's Sarah Leonard and I blog over at acatlikecuriosity.blogspot.co.uk. A few weeks back I gave, as part of my freebie Friday series, a free card template that would allow you to print any design onto an A6 card and have it fill up the majority of that card stock. And I printed the instructions underneath the freebie, but for a lot of people they found them quite hard to follow in words, especially with language barriers and things. So a few people did ask if I could record a video showing how to do it. So that's exactly what this video is for. So the free printable that I shared, there is a link to that in this blog post as well, so you can use that to help you, was one called Blue Angel. You can see it's a Word document, so we'll be printing from Word. But I'm just going to show you how you could use that template to import your own artwork and your own images and then print those off, and so that they will be the right size and you won't cut off any corners and they'll look lovely and pretty. So first of all, the Blue Angel card that I gave you as the freebie, you'd need to open that one up. Excuse me. And when it opens, you'll see the positioning of this picture is exactly the right place, exactly where it should be, in order for it to print well onto A6 cardstock. Okay, so basically if you insert your own picture and then move it so that it fits over the top of my original Blue Angel, then you should find when you go to print your own versions that they will print off perfectly. Okay, so let me just go through the step by step of how to do it. So first of all, you've opened it up. Just make sure you're not clicked on the actual picture itself, so just click on the blank white space. You'll see here as well that there is some kind of sneaky table business going on in here that's kind of invisible to the human eye, but basically that is what is making this template so good for printing onto A6 cardstock. So don't alter any of those things, just leave them as they are. So if you wanted to insert your own picture, your own artwork, if you go to Insert at the top, and you'll see that there's a picture option, Insert Picture. It will then ask you to find the picture that you want to insert. So I am going to look on my computer, on my hard drive, and I have in here one of my lovely new, let me just change the view so I can see what the story is. I have in here one of my lovely new art prints that I'm going to use as my example. So this is the art, the picture that I want to put in. So I'll just double click on that and you'll see it'll appear here. Okay, and it's already selected, it's already been clicked on. Okay, then you need to go to Picture Tools and you see this button here that says Wrap Text. Now if you're in a different version of Word it might look different. The layout of the page might be slightly different, but basically what you're looking for is this little icon with the funny wee dog in the middle. You need to find that wherever it may be on your Word document. Click down and click on Tight, because that's the setting that allows you to be able to move it around freely. Okay, I'm just going to undo that. So the next thing to do is to kind of resize that picture so that it looks roughly the same size, eyeball it, as the angel. Then you can drag it over, and if you didn't see that, the way that I resized it, I just went to the corner there and went in. If you do it via the corners, then the picture will retain its ratio, so it won't end up all funny and stretched and weird. Okay, so once I've got it to about the right size, then I drag it over the top of my Blue Angel, and then I might adjust it again a little bit to get it to the right width, and then I'll adjust it so that I feel it's kind of centered. Now you can see that this picture is slightly smaller than my original Blue Angel, so I'm just going to click on the Blue Angel and I'm just going to hit delete on my keyboard and that will go away. And then there, because you know that that picture is in exactly the same place, the same position on the template as the original Blue Angel was, that means that when you go to print, if you choose when you go into the printer properties, if you make sure, hold on, wrong printer. If you go to printer properties, if you make sure that you choose the cassette that you obviously have your A6 cardstock in, I always choose Epson matte because I think that gives a nice finish, but you might, for yours, if yours is a HP printer, it will say different things here, but maybe experiment with either the photo, the matte or the glossy options to see which one prints off best. I choose matte because the cardstock itself is matte, it's not shiny. And then you'd need to choose from here the A6 option, so A6 105 by 148mm, and then if you then send that to print, it will print off exactly in the right place for your cardstock. It might say to you when you send it to print that the margins are outside of the printable area of the page. Do you want to carry on printing? Just click OK on that because it will still print OK. The reason that it thinks the margins are outside is because of this hidden table tools magic that's going on in the background. So I hope that's helpful in making sure that you understand how best to use your freebie from a few weeks ago, and I hope that helps you to actually have the chance to print your own artwork and your own designs onto cards a little bit more successfully. If you want to know more about me, you can find all of my links and everything else on my website, which is www.curiousnysarah.com. Thanks very much for listening.